Welcome, everybody. We go live again for another Friday Night Paranormal Fix here at the Other Dimension. Stay locked in.
Welcome to the Other Dimension with the team Damon Penny, Ben Winfield, and Louisa Brown. We guide you through the supernatural, the occult, and the unexplained, answering questions that will make you question your grip of reality, with special guests guiding you through everything from demons to divination, cryptids to crystals, religion to skeptics. We explore in depth the true meaning of the unexplained. So strap in, kick back, and enjoy as we enter the Other Dimension.
Hey, everybody. I don't know where Ben and Lou is. I think they've gone missing. I think it might be a glitch in the Matrix. They might have disappeared. But anyways, you've got me tonight. Sun's out, guns out. I've got the guns out. I'm just missing the sun. So here we go. It is what it is. Welcome along. It's your Friday Night Paranormal Fix. You're here on the Other Dimension. I'm your host, the Paranormal Viking, aka Damon Penny, and we are getting down with tonight. I have no idea what I'm talking about. No idea whatsoever. But just remember, guys, there are lots of affiliates here at the Other Dimension, a lot of other shows, so please make sure you check them out.
Welcome to the Other Dimension Network, exploring the unexplained, in partnership with Embrace the Dark, Paranormal Science Beyond the Grave, Haunted Museum and Spirit Shop, Stoke. And lock in to our other shows. The Witch's Closet with Scarlet Witch, Divination with Louisa Brown, Occult, History, and Science with Ben and Lou. Only on the Other Dimension Network.
And there you go, guys. Those are the shows we got. Big shouts out to Louisa, who done her divination show last week. Thursday, just gone. Absolutely massive. Automatic Grind. Really enjoyed that. I know I wasn't talking much on the chat room, but I was listening in. I was on scrims at the same time, so bit of a crazy one. Also, don't forget, this Sunday, we've got the Occult and Science and History show here. Ben and Lou will be live in the building, and once again, it's your favorite show on Wednesday. The Witch's Closet will be live this Wednesday. So there's your rundown for the rest of the week. Now, I have not made any plans for tonight. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest with you. I've been stuck in a classroom from like 9 till 5:30 for the last 3 days, so I just need to talk to somebody because it's just been crazy. So if there's any questions you guys want to talk about, if there's any subjects you guys want to talk about, if I know anything about it, I'm more than happy to get into that. What else has been happening in the world of the paranormal? A new website you guys need to check out. I've been reading up on it quite a lot lately. It's something called The Anomalist. Now, I've got to load up my computer here in front of me. If you look, it says The Anomalist is a daily review of world news on maverick science, unexplained mysteries, unorthodox theories, strange talents, and unexpected discoveries. It's a really, really cool website. They've got an article up here about glitches in the Matrix and people going missing. They've got one about the Bosco in Brazil, Bosco being some sort of UFO creature. I don't know, it's really, really crazy. Some crazy stuff on here. Honestly, some really, really crazy. Pilot Ray Bower and passengers witnessed 2-mile-long UFOs during a flight to Alderney in 2007. Like, what the hell? That's just madness, I suppose. But there you go. So, yeah, if you want to check that out, it's called The Anomalist, anomalist.com. That's ANOMALIST.com. Really worth checking out. So, definitely something for you guys to check out. So, tonight, what we're going to be talking about? Birds and the bees? No? Yeah, I honestly thought Ben and Lou would be here, but I think they might be busy. It might be day night. I think we should carry on from what Lou was saying about automatic writing. I had a conversation with somebody, I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, about automatic writing. We was having this like major debate whether it could be channeling or whether it could be some form of where I think Lou was saying that Moses had the spirit was holding his hand and moving the pen. But then people say it could be some form of channeling. I don't physically know. I don't physically know, guys. I don't know what to believe when it comes to automatic writing. I have no idea. I just think it's one of them things where some things are left best unexplained. You know, you don't have to know the internet. It's like, for instance, you don't need to know exactly how your body transfers oxygen into energy and glucose, and takes your glucose level and transfers that into energy. You just understand that it does it, and then that's it. It just goes from there. Do you know what I mean? So that's just deal with it. Just deal with it. Don't know if we've got that many locked in tonight because we didn't actually advertise it. I totally forgot. It's been a long few days for me. It's been crazy. What else can we talk about? There's so much we can talk about. I'm just trying to think. Did you see the Hooded Reaper Damon cross the door at the coronation? I haven't seen that. There's been a big stuff. Let's see. I'll tell you what. While I'm here, let's have a look. Right? Is it on YouTube? Annette? Yeah, it's on YouTube. Right. Let's have a look because I don't want to be that guy. I want to actually have a look. I want to see it. I need to see it. Hi, Jeanette. How you doing? Hi, Net. I'm just searching up this Hooded Reaper. So it's the Hooded Reaper coronation. Oh, someone posted up on Twitter. Really? Okay. Right. I'm gonna have a look. Oh, let's have a look. It's on the shorts. I haven't got no sound, by the way, so I'm gonna watch it at the same time. And I want to see this Hooded Reaper. Oh my god! I was expecting it to be something like really, really ghostly or like mystified or something. Is someone dressed up as the Grim Reaper? That is just silly. That's really, really that's terrible. That's terrible. I didn't even make a good attempt at that. That was really bad. Oh my god! Everyone, people are saying, get ready for some mind-blowing footage now. She's been covered the truth behind the mysterious Grim Reaper, the King's coronation. It was just cut lawns so whacked. Saw that pic of the. Look, there's no other explanation for it. It is somebody dressed in a Reaper's outfit. Look, even the staff that he's holding looks actually plastic. Like, what is that about? That is so. I thought it would be like, you know, some sort of casted shadow or something that was quite, like. When you say Reaper, you think something quite, almost like what they called from Harry Potter. The what they called? Oh, it's really going to annoy me now. What's the hooded things? Oh, Dementor. Something like that. Do you know what I mean? I thought it'd be something like that. Sorry guys, I'm in my PJs. I'm whacked. Honestly, it's been a crazy few days and. The studio's busted. I've got to fix that, and I managed to get. I don't know if I can show you guys. I actually have a full setup now. But once I do eventually get this all sorted, I should be able to have it so that it's like you can see me and what. But it's just. I went to do it the other day and it all broke. Hi Christina, how you doing? How you doing? So, oh my god, that's really. I'll tell you what. Have you actually talking of YouTube? Right, I've typed in. There's been a lot of videos being posted up lately about aliens being seen in Australia, and there was one where this guy is like walking through a field, and the only way to explain it is it looks like, to me, it almost looked like a dragonfly's face up close. Shall we see him like under a microscope or something? It's got the big round eyes, but it's really, really narrow and a tiny. It looked like that, but the way it popped out of the ground, I'll have to find it. I need to post it up. There's some crazy videos on YouTube. Let's have a look. Ghost Call. Oh, I can't even spell. Ghost Caught on Camera. Oh, it's a really cool documentary in it, actually. You need to watch. I'll have to send you it. I've got to find the link first, but Project Bluebeam's on its way, 100%. For those that don't know who Project Bluebeam is, let me explain this to you, all right? So this what I'm about to tell you is completely fictional. It's not true. It's not the views of the other dimension. Now, Project Bluebeam is supposedly a government conspiracy in which they are going to project an alien invasion into the sky to induce panic within the population so we internally destroy ourselves. That's basically what Project Bluebeam is in one sort of hit. There you go. Oh, look, you type Ghost Caught on Camera, Ghosts and Demons Caught on Camera, a compilation of the internet's most divisive videos. That is. Top 10 scariest ghost encounters. Let's have. I don't want to see this. I want to see this. I do this sometimes on a random one. I'll sit on YouTube and I'll watch like top 10 scariest ghost videos. And I sit there laughing 9 times out of 10 because these people have never experienced, like, they've never been out there. They're just so like caught up in their own weirdness. Do you know what I mean? So, there we go. The first one, Ghost throws a mug. It's you can see the string as he pulls it. Like, what is wrong with people? Oh no, look. Oh, wow. And he's got an ovilus and the word mug just come up on it. Ooh, very scary. Look, this is where things sort of fall down for me, is the fact that nowadays you can become viral and famous for nothing. How easy it is nowadays with the like the things that we've got and all the sort of like technologies we've got nowadays. It's so easy to forge these things. Like, you just get to a point where you're like, is that what's happening now? Are we forging? Look, is that an orb? I think it might be something on my screen. No, it's not. That's weird. Is there a green? Is there a green dot on my screen underneath my finger? It's just appeared, and now it won't disappear. That's weird. Only reason I ask is really bugging me. Oh God, it's still there, isn't it? It's not. Is it from the light? Can I? Oh, there you go. It's a reflection of the light. There you go. See that, guys? That is official debunking. Live on air. There we go. That's how we roll. So, yeah, to be honest with you, I like to watch them. I don't know. It's a weird sort of crazy addiction I have to watch them. I just like I don't know. I like. It's nice to know the lengths that people will go nowadays to forge paranormal activity, because it just sort of prepares you, especially in the field that me and Ben and Lou in with the demonology, and that we sort of know what to expect. You sort of learn from past experience. If you've seen all these sort of people that are creating these new ways of creating paranormal activity and forging it, you know, when you go to a case, you can see it a little bit better, I suppose. That's the way I look at it. It's one of them ones. So I don't know. It's just a weird addiction. I do get really weird addictions. I'm very impulsive like that. Very, very impulsive. So yeah, like wearing sleeveless tops. I'm very, very impulsive like that. I'm actually really shocked about that Reaper video. I can't believe that people are actually entertaining that. People are actually putting videos up explaining the reasoning behind it and who the Reaper is. I'm going to be surprised if it's like one of those Just Stop Oil people or Fathers for Rights people. And once Damon, I have a friend that was taken. Taken where? I don't know. You have to explain that, Christina. She has been on Netflix. Oh, you talk about abducted. She was abducted. I've met 2 or 3 people that have actually been abducted. One of them was a complete nutcase, and I didn't actually believe Not a word he said. He believed that he'd been abducted like 18 or 19 times. And I just didn't believe his version of events. But I don't know if anybody's watched the film, The Fourth Kind, the one about Dr. Abigail. What's her name? Dr. Abigail. Can't remember what her name is. Abigail something. And it's all about in America, in Nome, and how she's a psychiatrist, and she's doing these interviews with these people that have been out experiencing like weird dreams. They always see like a white owl in their dreams. And like as she's interviewing, these crazy things are happening. Now, I watched a video the other day with this, explaining that this is completely fictional, completely made up. The fact that they have the backstories there and they have the notes from it is completely a lie, and that the whole thing is. I need to find her name. The whole thing is completely fictional, even down to the interviews they do on the actual movie is all completely made up. I'm just trying to think. It's a Will Patton movie. Can't remember what full kind of what's her name? It doesn't tell me her name. What is her name? It's no, so it's in Nome, and it's in the 1960s, and it's a really good. It's really scary. But there you go. Look, type it in. Real footage, alien abduction film, fake. Like Netflix season 1 episode. Well, yeah, but what Netflix show, Christina? And if you know her, I would love for her to come on the show. If you can get her to get in touch with me, we can have a chat, and I'd love to get her on the show because it's something that we've never really had the pleasure of actually interviewing somebody that's actually. The best way to put it, someone that's been vouched for. I know you would vouch for her, Christina, so I know that there should be somebody who's not a complete nutcase. Do you see what I mean? But yeah, The Fourth Kind, it's a really, there's some really key points in it. Like there's a part in that where she's putting this one of her patients into this like regression hypnosis. And as she's putting them down into this regression hypnosis, he starts talking this ancient dead language, and he actually physically floats above the bed. Guys, I know there's not a lot of you in chat, but come on, please tell me you've seen this film. It's an amazing film. It really does put goosebumps there. I'm telling you. It's called The Fourth Kind. I'm trying to think of the name of her. She's Dr. Abigail. I just can't remember what. She's played by Mila Jinkovic. Oh yeah, definitely would definitely be interesting to get on the show. I've always see with me. My skepticism kicks in with alien abductions. I'm not saying this is not me saying that they don't exist. I'm not saying they don't exist. I just don't understand the thinking and knowledge behind it. Right. So let me explain. Jeanette, watch it. Such a good film. Look up Netflix season 1, episode 5. You can watch her interview. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know what Netflix is the overall sort of place where they house it. And unless the show is called Netflix. But I don't know what the show's called. I've seen The Fourth. Yeah, The Fourth Kind is such a good film. So this is the analogy. This is why I don't understand it. It's why it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just explaining why I think it just doesn't physically make sense in my mind. This is the way my mind works. So if aliens are traveling from light years away, it means that they are more advanced in intelligence than we are. It means that they are completely on another level in the sense of they're able to travel through wormholes. Most signs of life that's closest to us is like they found water on Mars. So these are, I was called Haunted. I'll watch that, don't worry. I will watch that, Christina. So I will I'll definitely watch that. So if this alien life form that's doing the abduction, if it's an advanced humanoid or an advanced creature or an advanced being, an intergalactic being, an interstellar being, an interdimensional being, whatever which way you want to sort of put it, if they are, why are they abducting us and doing experiments on us? That's like looking at the inferior. Now, I get that's what you do when you try to work something out. You, like, back in the day, we used to dissect bodies and frogs and so on and so forth. But surely that's because we were uneducated. If they're able to travel through space to get to here, they must not. They must. It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they would abduct an inferior race. That's where that's where I lie. And they've been here before anyway. So, yeah, Full Kind gave me nightmares as well. There's a certain part in it, Joe. And Christina, I don't know if you talk about the same bit where he actually sits up in the bed and he starts floating, but he's talking. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a dead language. You have to get like a professor from university to read this language. And it's like, it's a dead language. That freaks me out. Two reasons that freak me out. Number one is the fact that he was floating and it was like, the way it was shot like real footage. And number two, for some weird and unapparent reason, and I can't explain why, the language seemed quite familiar. Does that make sense? It did seem quite familiar. It was weird. It's really good, Jeanette. It's definitely good. It's really good. It's worth a watch. Did try to go and see the Pope's Exorcist this week, but didn't get around to it, so we can't talk about that. Seeing my friend that has been taken, she has been having medical issues, like can't have children and always in the hospital. That is reported regularly. That is reported regularly from people that have. There is a certain. They see now. It's even a certain psychological disorder that they've given. It's abduction theories. People that the same thing that people have had NDEs, near-death experiences. They also experience medical problems when it comes to reproducing and blackouts and stuff like that. And they do say that NDEs and alien abductions are quite close hand in hand, especially if you look at the similarities between the two. They do sort of stand out a little bit. So, but I'd understand. I completely understand. I mean, it's not something I've experienced myself, so I can't sit here and tell you the ins and outs. And you can only read on what other people have written. And a lot of the time, a lot of the sort of evidence corroborates itself. This is another reason why the Fourth Kind always stood out in my mind, is because the reason how they see these aliens, they always see an owl. She's got out of the hospital too. She's got out of the hospital. My thoughts are going out to her, Christina. I hope she's okay. If you can reach out to her and have a chat with her, I would love to have her on the show. I would move heaven and earth so to get her on here to speak to her, because it's something that's always really interested me. And maybe if we was to ask your friend the question of the reason why, maybe she'd be able to come to a better conclusion. The reason why they're doing it, because she's been there and done it and experienced it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that gives us a different perspective. Like, for instance, put yourself in this position. If I was to ask you before you knew about ghosts and the paranormal and conspiracies, what you thought on them, you'd have a completely different perception to what you have now, because you've been in that field and you've experienced that field. So I think that asking her the questions is the reason why. Why would they abduct an inferior race? Why would they want to experiment on an inferior race, on a race where we are so outdated? We still communicate via vocal cords and not by psychokinesis. Or why do we're so behind on our technologies that we can't even adjust ourselves to travel through wormholes and travel past the speed of sound at the speed of light? Why have you only learned to fly in the last 60, 70 years? You know what I mean? We are inferior to them, and I'd like to know the question why. Why would they want to take somebody? Why would they want to experiment on something that's inferior to them? Something that we would be inferior. We'd be completely inferior. And the scariest part about it is, I can't remember who wrote it, but there was a famous psychologist that wrote that if alien forces did come down, we would be the inferior race, and the inferior race always loses. Okay, we have human grit and determination and so on, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But I don't know. I can't see us winning that one. It's like Independence Day. That was such a crock of shit. Oh, shouldn't have said that. Oh, yeah. I mean, aliens, I believe in aliens. I do. I don't. I've never experienced a UFO sighting, or I've never seen a grey, or I've never experienced little green men from Mars. But something in me just tells me that you would be cynical to look up at the sky, see that many stars, and think you are the only thing that matters. You are the only bacteria or developed DNA that's managed to get to where you are now, and there's not another version of you on another dimension somewhere else on a different planet just doing exactly what we're doing now. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, right. What we got? We got 4 guys locked in. I want to get you guys' opinion. I want to at some point this week. I'd like to start doing my first conspiracy shows here on the Other Dimension, and I'd like to know from you guys what it is you guys would like to hear about first. I am Mr. Conspiracy. I literally spent hours and hours researching into crazy conspiracies, but if there is a specific one you want me to talk about on the first one, I'd rather do something that you guys are interested in rather than I'm interested in, because at the moment my interest on the conspiracy side of things is taking me down wormholes like glitches in the Matrix. And the age-old story is, if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a noise? That's where I'm at. I can do one on Lady Diana. I would love to do one on Lady Diana. Definitely. Just remember, these conspiracy shows are not going to be based on my opinion. It's going to be based on popular opinion, what people have been writing, and I'm going to give you some little rundowns of what I found out over my time of doing it. Yeah. Her daughter being taken away. Yeah, that bit, Christina, that freaked me out. That freaked me out because she's kidnapped under her nose, and it is very, very freaky. That really does freak me out. But yeah, I could do one about Diana. There's a lot of things when it comes to that doesn't make sense that I'd like to sort of dive deep into, like the fact that the one of the craziest parts with the whole Diana thing was the fact of, and I get you have to have certain hospitals are only allowed to accept royalty, but it's a human life, so I think certain things take priority over that. And there was a hospital that was exactly 17 minutes away from the crash site, but they drove to one an hour and a half away. And that is just crazy. And then there was another documentary. Now I can't remember who it was by, but it was called The Mark Between the Toes, and it was about Dinah. And they actually found this pinprick hole in between her big toe and her toe next to it. And this was the way that the old Russian spies used to kill their own. So it's crazy. I can talk about Diana all day. It's crazy. Love that. So I better not go too much further because I'm getting banned. But yeah, just remember, these are not the opinions of the Other Dimension. These are just things that I've read online. So these are available in the World Wide Webbage, available in public knowledge for public view. So if you want to watch these things, you can search them. I won't go past the realms of public knowledge because it would mean me getting banned and getting the channel banned for a week. And I know that everyone's really looking forward to the Scarlet Witch show, so I don't want to ruin it for her. So there you go. So yeah, well, we can do our first one. I don't know. I think I'm aiming for Tuesday. I might do it Thursday. I'm not sure yet. I need to start getting some notes together. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jeanette. I'll do the first one on Diana. Yeah, definitely. I actually want asking about the toe. What do you reckon? I reckon that is it. That's it. They are the 3 fates from Viking mythology, and on that arm I've got. You can see that. It's Thor. Thor. That's Odin. Yeah. So, yeah, I can do that. But I tell you what other alien film that sort of it really hit home. And I don't think it was anything to do with what the film actually entailed. It was the suspense built within the film. Was Signs, by Mel Gibson. Swing away, boy, swing away. The suspense in that film was incredible, absolutely incredible. So yeah, What do you guys think? Do you think, right? It's the age-old question, right? Like, what comes first, chicken and egg? Do you think if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a noise? If I close my curtains now behind me, does the background out there, does it render or does it save buffering space? You see what I'm going with this? This is the whole matrix theory. It's been popping up a lot lately. A lot of people are getting on this. This whole caught in the matrix. Supposedly in 2011 we had to switch over while we were sleeping. Doesn't make sense. I don't know how you can do a switch from normal reality to virtual reality when everyone's asleep, because we're not all asleep at the same time. No, but you can get it on Amazon, Jeanette. I think it's only like £4 or £5, or you could probably, because it's not in cinemas now, so you can probably get it online for a decent price, if I'm honest with you. So yeah. So the whole matrix theory, because obviously you think about a computer program running the whole of the world, we're all being inserted to produce batteries and so on and so forth, because the human body can produce more the same voltage as a battery, which should able to power the machines and so on. Everyone knows the story behind the matrix, right? But the way I look at it is that it can't render itself for everybody. But this is where my mind just starts going mental. So, for instance, I close my curtains now. Does the background render outside? But if someone else is looking at it, it's going to render for them, but it's not going to render for me. Now, this is where my mind's like, what happens then? So if my consciousness is not aware of something, does it not render on my processor? But if someone else's conscious is conscious of the thing that I'm unconscious of conscious about, does it render for them, not for me? This is the way my brain works. It just goes, and I can't shut it off. Yeah, the whole matrix theory is very, very interesting. It's definitely something that it's got me gripped. The thing that got me there's a lot of stories of these stairways going to nowhere in national parks in America. Supposedly these are portals out of the matrix. That was one of the theories. Other theories are portals to separate realms. Other theories are people just decided to build stairs in the middle of national parks. I don't have a problem with that. Sounds pretty fun and pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I'd build a set of stairs. I might build a hut or something, but there you go. That's just me. So yeah, there are some crazy things going on in the world at the moment. Let me go back onto this anomalous. Maybe not. Oh, did anyone see the article in the Mirror this week about the two guys? I think they're from Bristol, and they go searching for famous celebrity ghosts. They've now started a business up about it, and they'll go to certain places and they'll go, let's look for people like John Lennon from the Beatles, or like these famous people, but they're only interested in looking for famous people. How bad? Like, as if our field of paranormal ain't niche enough, you're just going to niche it out even more. Like, it's just crazy. Why are you niching yourself to the point where you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do the full hour tonight, guys. I might only go to about 45 minutes, as I've just ordered dinner and it's just turned up. I just heard it turn up downstairs. So I'll go for another 10 minutes. We'll do a short one tonight. I promise I'll make it up to you. I'll definitely do a conspiracy show next week, either Tuesday or Thursday, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. We're going to be doing our Lady Diana because Jeanette decided, so it's going to be good. Don't forget, this Sunday we have the Occult Science and History show live on The Other Dimension. Do not miss that one. Wednesday you'll be having the Scarlet Witch will be here with the Witch's Closet. Woohoo! Yeah. And I'll be throwing in my new conspiracy show, which will run either. If it goes live on a Tuesday, I'll run it every other week on a Tuesday. If it goes live on a Thursday, I'll run it every other week on a Thursday. So that's the plan anyway. But guys, don't forget to always remember, like, we have our affiliates and our other shows here. So make sure you check them out.
Welcome to the Other Dimension Network. Exploring the unexplained. In partnership with Embrace the Dark, Paranormal Science Beyond the Grave, Haunted Museum and Spirit Shop, Stoke. And lock in to our other shows. The Witch's Closet with Scarlet Witch, Divination with Louisa Brown, Occult History and Science with Ben and Lou. Only on the Other Dimension Network.
And there you go, guys. Make sure you check them out. Wednesday and I'll be out tomorrow. Oh, and Jeanette is going to be out tomorrow night live here. Wow. You guys have got it good this week. So that's tonight, Saturday, that's Sunday, probably Tuesday and Wednesday, and next week, Friday. Wow. We treat you guys so well. But we do it because we love you guys. And we do it because there wouldn't be a show, you guys. Even tonight, I did not advertise one bit. I literally put the show up like 2 minutes before I went live. And I still had 3 or 4 of you. A few core listeners, your Jeanettes, your Annettes, your Christinas. You guys are amazing. I know Kate been locked in, but she does get a special mention because Kate's quality. So, I haven't seen her for a little while. I might message her. Yeah, so... Guys, I'm going to run because dinner's here and I'm starving and I've been in the classroom all day. I really, really do apologise. Love you all. Miss you loads. Don't forget to keep it the other dimension. All right, guys, take it easy and I shall see you next week for the conspiracy show. Remember, there's no other explanation. There's always the other dimension. Good night.